Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to the KaiNexus Continuous Improvement Podcast. I'm Mark Graban, and today we're doing a quick preview of our next webinar. It's going to be presented April 18th, 1 o'clock Eastern. It's titled Deepen Your Lean Leadership Skills with Brain Science. You can register by going to kainexus.com/webinars. You can look for a link in the show notes. And if you are listening to this or watching it after April 18th, the recording will be available. So we'll encourage you to check that out. And we are joined today by the presenter for this webinar, Elisabeth Swan. Elisabeth, how are you?
I am great, Mark. Nice to see you.
It's good to see you. And, I'm looking forward to the webinar. I think it's going to be really important connections to lean leadership and continuous improvement. But before we talk about the webinar, on the 18th, I'll get to introduce you. Today, I'll ask you, please introduce yourself. Tell audience about who you are and what you do.
Sure. So I've been in the process improvement world for many decades now, over 30 years. And I have been either a coach or a consultant helping people with transformations, trying to build problem-solving cultures. I've also been an instructor, a trainer, you name it. I've also written a few books, and one that just came out last week.
Congratulations! Tell us about the new book.
The new book is called "Picture Yourself a Leader." It is little illustrated micro lessons for navigating change.
So that book is available now, and we'll encourage people to go and check that out. I had a chance to read a preview copy of it, so thank you for that, Elisabeth. I think it was great, and was happy to do an endorsement for the book as other people did. So congratulations again on that. Tell people also about the Just-in-Time Cafe.
Yes, the Just-in-Time Cafe. Tracy O'Rourke and I co-founded the cafe to be kind of a hub for problem solvers. It's a place where people can learn and grow. We put on free webinars every month from other authors and thought leaders. And we also co-host a podcast together every month with also highlighting authors, talking about helpful apps, kind of what's out there to help problem solvers, and also interviews with authors, practitioners, leaders in the problem solving world. So, and what did I say? Did I mention Q&A? Yes, we always take topics that are just kind of things we wrestle with a lot in the problem solving community. So often things pop up, and we'll dive into what's popped up of late.
I hope people will go check that out. You can find it either on YouTube or whatever podcast app, whether you're watching or listening to this. You can go check out the Just-in-Time Cafe. So the webinar, again, coming up. Before we talk about the webinar, on the book, we have new standardized work here for the webinars. So I got a little bit tripped up. We are giving away, as we've been doing recently, 3 signed copies of Elisabeth's new book, Picture Yourself a Leader. To enter to win, if you are listening or watching this before April 18th, all we ask is that here's how you enter. You can share about the webinar on LinkedIn. You can post or repost something from KaiNexus or me. Use hashtag KaiNexus, and then from the people who've done that, we'll randomly select 3 winners, and you will get a signed copy of Elisabeth's book fresh off the press. And I'll put a little info about that again in the show notes. You'll be one of the first, and the book has been number 1 in the new release list. So you won't be the very first to get it, but you'll be one of the first. So again, congrats on that, Elisabeth.
Thank you, Mark. Thanks a lot.
So let's talk about the webinar. Deepen your lean leadership skills with brain science. It's a rich topic. I know you'll cover a lot during the webinar, but if you would give us a little, overview, kind of, the high level, the topic and why people should tune in.
Yeah, this came out of a lot of what I ended up writing about in the book, which was the things that we do that kind of, we don't realize we're having impact on other people. We don't realize we're influencing people when we are. And when we don't realize that, often it doesn't kind of go the way we would like it to. And a lot of what I discovered doing a little bit of research was we're hardwired for a lot of it. That the way our minds work, the way our eyes work, the way what we hear, how we process things. And so knowing those things helps me. So I thought I would take people through, here's those things that are going on, for in your mind or the way we process. And here's ways to, get ahead of that and have the impact you want.
So some of these things being wired doesn't mean they're unchangeable. We maybe need to be aware of human tendencies so that we can take some countermeasures to, try to get past that a little bit.
Yeah, we always have a choice, but I think you don't even know it's happening most of the time. So once you know it, you can't unknow it, right? Now you're like, oh, so I immediately want to do this, so I'm going to have to count to 10. But definitely you can have a hand in it and experiment, as you say.
Yeah. Well, I encourage everyone to come tune in for this full webinar. Whether you're watching live, you can ask questions. Speaking of Q&A, or if you watch the recording, we know there'll be a lot of value there. So again, that webinar presented by Elisabeth Swan is titled "Deepen Your Lean Leadership Skills with Brain Science," April 18th. Look for a registration link in the show notes or the comments. And again, to enter to win one of 3 signed copies of Elisabeth's book, share about the webinar on LinkedIn and use the hashtag KaiNexus. So with that, Elisabeth, thank you in advance for doing the webinar. Congrats again on the book. Thank you for joining us. Is there anything else that you'd like to say before we head off?
Yeah, encourage you to come join. It'll be a great webinar, and it's an awesome book. So definitely want to get in there for a copy.
As somebody I know said, picture yourself a reader of this book. That's my one blurb.
Mark Graban's on the cover of my book.
It was a heartfelt, I hope that wasn't a corny turn of phrase. You wouldn't have used it if it was too corny.
I know. I loved it.
It was that we've talked about improv before. Was that a yes and?
Yes, and I loved it.
Well, I hope people will picture the book in front of them, paperback or Kindle version. It's available on Amazon if you don't win one of the 3 free copies. So Elisabeth, thank you. Thank you again.
Thank you, Mark.